I was sure he was going to say, "Are you all right?" or something like that, since I must have looked as if I were having trouble. And I really was. That was the first thing that sprang to my mind when I saw the old man. But he didn't say a thing. Didn't ask anything. Just gripped a tightly folded black umbrella that he was holding like a cane. The umbrella had an amber-colored wooden handle and looked sturdy enough to serve as a weapon, if need be. I assumed that he lived in the neighborhood, since he had nothing else with him. I sat there, trying to calm my breathing, the old man silently watching. His gaze didn't waver for an instant. It made me feel uncomfortable, as if I'd wandered into someone's backyard without permission, and I wanted to get up from that bench and head off to the bus stop as fast as I could. But for some reason, I couldn't get to my feet. Time passed, and then suddenly the old man spoke. "A circle with many centers." Naturally, I had no clue what he was trying to say. A thought came to me that this man had been driving the Christian loudspeaker car. Maybe he'd parked it nearby and was taking a break. No, that couldn't be it. His voice was different from the one I'd heard. The loudspeaker voice was a much younger man's. Or perhaps that had been a recording. "Circles, did you say?" I reluctantly asked. He was older than me, and politeness dictated that I respond. "There are several centers. No, sometimes an infinite number. And it's a circle with no circumference." The old man frowned as he said this, the wrinkles on his forehead deepening. "Are you able to picture that kind of circle in your mind?" My mind was still out of commission, but I gave it some thought. A circle that has several centers and no circumference. But think as I might, I couldn't visualize it. "I don't get it," I said. The old man silently stared at me. He seemed to be waiting for a better answer. "I don't think they taught us about that kind of circle in math class," I feebly added. The old man slowly shook his head. "Of course not. That's to be expected, because they don't teach you that kind of thing in school, as you know very well." "Of course it does. That circle does indeed exist, but not everyone can see it, you know. Can you see it?" The old man didn't reply. My question hung awkwardly in the air for a moment, and finally grew hazy and disappeared. The old man spoke again. "Listen, you've got to imagine it with your own power. Use all of the wisdom you have and picture it. A circle that has many centers but no circumference. If you put in such an intense effort that it's as if you were sweating blood, that's when it gradually becomes clear what the circle is."